Just a lonely little river, but I have heard somebody say that someday you may sweep my home away. So roll along, you lonely river, and find your way out to the sea. I don't bother you, don't you bother me. You keep going your way, I'll keep going my way. River, stay away from my door. I just got a cabin, you don't need my cabin. River, stay away from my door. Don't come up any higher, I'm so all alone. Leave my bed and my fire, that's all I own. I ain't breaking your heart, don't start breaking my heart. River, stay away from my door. You keep going your way, I'll keep going my way. River, stay away from my door. I've just got a cabin, you know you don't need my cabin. River, stay away from my door. Don't come up any higher, I'm just up here all alone. Leave me my bed and my fire, Lord, 'cause that's all I own. As I ain't breaking your heart, don't you start breaking my heart. River, river, stay away from my door.
taping this right now? Is this going to be a comedy show, Pete?
260, 247. 47. You on your way back over here?
It's Ugly Mug.
Who are you?
My name's Tom Walker.
What are you doing?
Right now, I'm getting ready to get off. I've been here since 6:30 this morning. I work with the city.
What do you do for the city?
I'm a park keeper. We're out here sandbagging. See what's roped up? Come on. Now, look at your eyes. Can you see it bubbling out of the water? The water bubbling on the ground down there? It looks like a hose is doing, but it isn't. That's a hole in the ground.
That's water's coming from the ground?
Yeah. You want to get closer?
Yeah.
Come on. Come on.
247 is 260. 260.
There you go. Now you can get some pictures of the fish
Can you do that?
popping out.
10-4. Nice, 247 clear.
I don't see any fish.
These little silver thing.
Come with silver fish. Look at them flopping around over there.
Is this salt water?
No, it's coming out of there.
Storm water.
How's the flood?
Well, we're bearing it the best we can.
Is your house flooded?
No, thank goodness.
What part of town you live in?
I live a couple blocks north of here. I'm just a little bit higher than most of these folks down here.
Is the utilities cut off from this area?
Part of the area, I'm not sure how wide an area.
They
but
have to
part
shut
of
the whole area off, right?
Not the entire area, just parts of the area, electric and gas.
What's your name, officer?
Officer Crutchman, 1st District.
How long you been a policeman?
10 years.
10 years? Yeah, you look like you've been a policeman longer.
Pardon me?
You look like you've been a policeman longer.
Well, thank you. I feel like it today.
Hi, come on. Who are you? Who are you?
Oh, I ain't nobody.
What are you doing here?
I'm waiting for the river to come over the hill.
You live around here?
Yeah, down that hole over there.
Oh, you're going to get flooded?
Yeah.
Is this river still going to rise more than it has been?
Yeah.
Where is this river normally at here?
Oh, it's about 15, 20 feet down that way.
Really? So this area over here is really just land normally, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and it's busted over all through there. If it weren't for these sandbags, it's done over to be over. They really did a nice job yesterday and the day before putting these bags up there.
You helped sandbag?
No, I didn't. I got a philosophy. I think the river should go where it wants, and I think it will. I sure do.
It always goes where it wants.
Yeah.
You can't mess around with Mother Nature.
No. Humans keep trying. You know, we two-leggeds. We got kind of an ego problem.
That's the work of Satan.
What's that? The river?
Messing around with Mother Nature.
Oh, yeah.
That's Satan's work.
I think that's the devil, in physical form.
This pool of water here just came up during the 5 minutes I've been standing here. Pretty amazing. This wasn't here 5 minutes ago. You better get out of here before the water comes, before the end time comes. The end time, the Armageddon is coming. You're watching a very special presentation of Worldwide Magazine's flood coverage of the Great Flood of 1993. Well, here we are, me and young, desirable Kathy. We're at the corner of Broadway by the Courtesy Diner, and we were here with Marty and Vanessa about a week ago, and there was, of course, a lot less water on the bridge. We were standing on the bridge, but now it's a lot deeper than it was.
That's right, Pete, it is. There is total devastation down here in South St. Louis. It's really bad. A lot of it's gone. A lot of it's underwater. As a matter of fact, this neighborhood is now sealed off to the public. You can't come down here. Don't even try. They'll throw you out. But considering that Pete Parisi, myself, and our cameraman, Mike Perez, are all recognized members of the press here in St. Louis, we got a flood pass, neener, neener, neener.
Hey, wait a second, Mike.
We got a flood pass.
Mike, let me hold this. Mike, take a good picture of Kathy, would you?
Get my tattoo.
Okay. Oh, yeah, she has a tattoo. Okay. Now, Kathy, you grew up in this neighborhood, didn't you?
I did. Yes.
This is your old stomping ground.
The old stomping grounds, that's right.
You were just a young nubile in this neighborhood.
As a matter of fact, the Metal's Edge, which is right across the street, used to be a bar called Bustin' Loose, and I was once thrown from a mechanical bull over there about 1982.
That place was about 15 different places, wasn't it?
It was Bustin' Loose, it was the King of Hearts Disco, it was JJ's Country Place, it's been everything.
It's been a lot more places than that. I mean, I was going to that place in the 70s when I was working at the radio station. We were doing promotions there, and I forgot what it was, but it was something different then. It was many, many things. I think it's a jinxed place.
Well, I don't know. Bustin' Loose always did real well, and from what I heard, the Metal's Edge did real well. There's a for sale sign on it. I don't know if that's because they've been closed ever since the flood, and they're just run out of money, or I don't know why they would be. The Metal's Edge was a very, very popular place.
And of course, it's right across the street from the Courtesy Diner. Now, I'm not very familiar with this Courtesy, but I'm familiar with the one near my house on Kings Highway in Arsenal. And I will tell you, that is the most, it's really funny because that's the most uncourteous place I've ever been to anywhere. It's filled with rude waiters and waitresses.
Well, you know, Pete, I've never seen a waiter there, and I don't think the women at the counter could be dubbed waitresses. I think they're basically just old hags trying to make a buck.
Okay, well, speaking of the Courtesy Diner, we're going to go inside now and talk to the people about what it's like to be in a diner 1 inch from the water.
Pete?
Yeah?
You have a booger hanging out of your nose.
Well, you wouldn't believe this, but I was going to go into the Courtesy Diner here with Kathy, and just outside, you wouldn't believe it, but Vanessa was outside, and she doesn't have her makeup on. She doesn't want to be seen on camera today, but she is going to go inside to the Courtesy Diner with me. So let's go. Well, Vanessa, how you doing?
Oh, I'm fine, Pete, thanks.
Now, I noticed that your name, are you French? Are you from France?
You know what? Somebody said that just the other day. They asked me what my name was, and I told them Vanessa Vargo, and they said, "Are you French?" And I said, "Well, no, I'm from Granite City."
Oh. And here we are on the island known as the Courtesy Diner. Here we go. How you doing, pal?
Not worth a damn.
You live around here?
Yes.
Your house flooded?
Nope.
That's good. You're lucky.
That son of a bitch has shut my electric off. And gas.
Who did that?
The city.
Mayor Freeman Bosley?
Yes.
What do you want to do about it?
By God, I think he ought to have to stay out in the heat by himself.
Well, I think they have to shut the electricity off in the whole neighborhood. I don't know how that
They
works.
shut it off, it looks like, for 2 blocks. On one side of the street, the other side of the street's got it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Have you complained to City Hall?
I've called everybody I could get a phone number to call.
Your phone still work?
Yes.
How about your water?
Yep.
So all you have is everything but electricity?
No gas, no electric. They shut them both off.
Wow.
It looks like they only done it for 2 blocks.
What street you live on?
Alabama.
Well, maybe it's connected with the other electricity in the flooded area.
I'm not flooded.
I wish I could help.
Well, if I can get a lawyer to, I'm going to sue the city.
Now, it's nice and cool here in the Courtesy Diner.
No, it ain't. I'm sweating.
How you doing, pal?
Just fine.
Well, you live around here?
Yep, South Broadway.
Well, I guess there's not that many people coming into the Courtesy Diner nowadays.
Oh, they will later on.
Well, I know they'll come back, of course, you know, but...
I mean, later on tonight. There'll be some down here.
Could this thing, like, all of a sudden just go underwater, this where we are now?
I doubt it.
There's a levee there, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
So if the levee breaks, then all of a sudden, it's already over the levee.
Right there. Over the levee right here.
Oh. How about you? Where you from?
I'm from the same place he's from, South Broadway.
South Broadway.
So far.
I heard that Broadway and Loughborough was underwater.
Yes, sir.
How much water is there?
Well, I don't know. The water main broke down there, you know, so I don't know. It's not passable. You know, you can't get through there.
Oh. How come I don't have any help behind the counter here? I don't see anybody working. She's in the bathroom? Why is she hiding in the bathroom for?
Oh, I think that she's afraid that newscast man's going to bite her, I guess. Let me go back and see if she's okay.
Well, as I said before, I think the reason why they're uncourteous is they're just a bunch of old hags trying to make a buck. The courtesy diner right now is pretty empty. I don't know if that's because of the flood or because they saw Vanessa without her makeup on. I'm not sure. I for one, was scared.
I kind of think it's the food.
You think it's the food? I love the food here.
The hamburgers and the French fries are very good here.
They're very good here.
Is this Courtesy Diner associated with the other Courtesy Diner on Kings Highway?
I believe so, because, you know, if you look at the back, what's behind the counter, it's exactly the same as what's on Kings Highway, which is frightening in itself.
They still have the same ownership? Maybe they could have split ownership over the years.
You know, Pete, I'm not really sure.
Well, we were talking to this gentleman at the Courtesy Diner, and he was a very interesting gentleman. He was upset about his electricity being shut off, but Kathy wants to talk to him further. So here's Kathy and this man at the Courtesy Diner.
How are you?
I told you.
You're not well.
That's right. I'm mad.
Would you like your opportunity to turn around and face the camera and really bitch for the whole city?
I've been bitching, and I don't care who sees me either.
Well, this is your opportunity for everybody to see you.
Well, they can see me. And I think Mayor Bosley should get his ass out in the goddamn heat, too.
You know, we did a show last week in which Pete talked to his press secretary, and she said that he had been down there. Have you seen him anywhere down here?
No, I have not.
I think he's sitting at home with the air conditioner on, don't you think?
Either that or riding around in his chauffeured limousine. He sure as hell ain't out in the heat.
Did you vote for Mayor Bosley?
No, and I'll vote against anything he's for.
Do you think it was his order exclusively that got...
I think he's racial because he's doing it in white neighborhoods.
When the levee breaks, we have no place to go. When the levee breaks, oh, we're gonna be filled with water. When the levee breaks, oh my, my. When the levee breaks, oh yeah, yeah. When the levee breaks, oh. When the levee breaks, when the levee breaks, oh, mamma, mamma. But me and Kathy are going down here to the corner of Marceau and Alabama. Now, we were here 2 weeks ago with Marty and Vanessa, and we were looking at the levee. And then I was here myself last Saturday, and that's on the beginning part of this show. And now I'm here with Kathy, and it's the Thursday or the Wednesday after the Saturday. And the levee broke, and this whole area is now way underwater.
And when you said way underwater, Pete, you meant it. These houses are just about covered to the rooftops. As a matter of fact, I know some people that live down here, about 3 houses from what used to be the corner of Alabama and Marceau. And from what I can see from here, I think their house is flooded to the roof, which is too bad because they were nice people. And this is it. More devastation, more destruction, and it smells down here. I don't know if it is the smell of flood or the smell of fear. What do you think?
Well, right down the street here, Virginia, is the MSD sewer treatment plant for the River de Pere, in fact, for most of St. Louis. And I was here standing on top of that levee this past Saturday. I was talking to this religious guy, and I can see now that that's underwater.
Well, that's probably where the smell's coming from. If they can't, if they're underwater, obviously they can't treat the water. And if there was ever any water in the world that needed treating, I think it's this body of water right here.
That smells bad. It's like a big, giant toilet bowl that you can't flush.
Well, try to imagine what these houses down here are going to look and smell like when this is over.
Well, yeah, you can see it's up on his door. You can't even get down there to it, man.
higher than I ever saw.
Yeah, but there's no way you can get up there to it. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Where you from?
I'm from Warrensburg, Missouri.
And what do you do when you're not in the National Guard?
I'm a police officer.
Really? Oh, you're kind of an authority at all times, huh?
Yeah.
So have you ever seen me, like, you know, I'm bringing up the Warrensburg, is that on 44?
Oh no, Warrensburg's up near Kansas City.
Oh, okay, good. So, you know, I make that trip up from Mexico on 44 all the time.
Oh,
but they have the, you know, 5 tons of pot in the truck. So let me just wave me through. I'm going to tell you about that.
Yeah, okay.
So are there a lot of married National Guard men down here, or most of them single?
There
or?
are so many guard units up here, I couldn't honestly answer that question.
I know.
We're on the corner of Virginia and the River de Pere. Now, while Mike is taking a picture, straight ahead, we were standing there this past Saturday. The water was considerably lower. There was a levee there. Now you can see that there is no levee there, at least you can't see it. And we understand that the water treatment plant, the sewage plant right to our left, which you can't see, is still operating, but all these houses now have gotten inundated with water. And who knows when this is gonna stop. This is amazing.
Okay, we're still here on Marceau Street, almost at the corner of Alabama, which is underwater, and I'm here with Brian May, our state representative. Hi, Brian.
Hi, how are you today?
Good. What area are you here to view? Are you here just to view this corner?
Right, I represent the 108th district, and specifically this entire area of River de Pere is in my district, and it goes further up. It gets a little tricky as you go further up because they divide the district, but it would be approximately up to Morgan Ford in that vicinity. But basically all the city-related, River de Pere-related water damage is in my district.
I see. About how many people have been forced from their homes?
I understood there was some estimate of about 700 people. I could be totally wrong. I haven't heard an accurate number on that.
And basically they're being housed in shelters in the area? Or?
Exactly. There's a shelter at Below School, which is on Loughborough, and that's a Red Cross shelter. And there's also a FEMA/statewide emergency management agency headquarters at the Carondelet Sunday Morning Athletic Club on Loughborough and 55, and that is where people can go for assistance with loans and things like that.
Okay, so there are, I would say, probably plenty of places that people around here can go to for help.
Sure. In fact, with the Red Cross shelter where people can actually stay the night and get fed and everything, my understanding was I checked there last night at a real low turnout, not many people, and I think that's owing to the fact that a lot of people have relatives and things that have taken them in. This is a pretty close-knit community, so a lot of people are staying with friends and relatives.
Okay, we were just at the Courtesy Diner down there on Broadway across from the Metal's Edge, and we talked to a gentleman who is very, very angry and upset because his house isn't flooded, but his gas and electric have been shut off. Is there any word on when these people get their utilities back?
You know, and at the risk of sounding like I'm pushing that question off, that was made by the city folks, and me being a state representative, I'm not really in on those decisions that are made. I'm there for an informational purpose, but I'm not there, you know, to really get in the decision-making process. I will say this, though. It's my understanding that what the city has done has been directly related to the safety of the people. I know that the mayor's office and the public safety people are real concerned that the residents are safe. They don't want electrocutions or gas-related fires or flooding. So it's difficult for people to understand that are not in the water areas, for them to understand why is my power off. I'm 50 feet, there's no way the water's going to reach me, but not being an engineer or understanding a lot of electrical things, but I think they're afraid that there could be a shortage or something which could cause a fire. And another concern was that people were closer to the water, that if power had to be turned off, they would rather do it when it's nice and dry than have to send rescue-type individuals in to shut off power and water.
Okay, so even though it's hard to take, it's basically for everybody's own good.
Exactly. I mean, it's a little bit easy for me to say because my power is on, but I do think that, you know, if people are patient, this is a disaster, and eventually it will pass. But in the meantime, they should keep in the back of their minds that this was done for their safety.
Now we're on Virginia Street, just south of Marceau, and I'm talking here with
Betty Waters.
With Betty Waters, whose house is down in the water down there. It's really too bad. She was just describing to me the kind of frenzy there was with everybody moving out, how there wasn't much time. About how much time did you have, would you say?
We didn't. It was like 4 o'clock Thursday evening, and they said at 4 everything was going to be turned off, and you had to get out by then. And so then we came back next morning about 8 o'clock, and we had until about 1 o'clock that day. Come in about then.
Okay, and from what I understand, that once the water started coming in, it was pretty quick from there on.
Yeah. Yeah. It just come up and that was it.
Was there, you know, kind of like a crowd gathered here of people watching, or did they evacuate everybody?
They had already gone. Everybody had gone almost. Yeah.
I'd like to ask a question, Betty. How long have you lived here?
20 years.
Did you ever think that the water would get this high?
No, it didn't in '73. It was nothing like this.
I'll be honest with you, I don't feel too sorry for these people that live like 2 feet from the Mississippi River. But, I mean, you're different. I mean, who would ever guess that this area would flood?
Really? We didn't ever think it would be like this. No way. No way.
I guess you don't have any flood insurance?
No. No.
You think you're going to get any help from the government?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
How much stuff is lost down there?
Oh, I've got a bunch of stuff in my house. A bunch.
How far is the water up?
I think it's all the way up to the roof. From
what? Where?
Coast Guard, way down there. From what the guard.
On the other side of the river, the pier?
Yeah. Well, yeah, right over this way.
Really?
Yeah.
Up to the roof.
Yeah, that's what the Coast Guard told me. So it would be up to the roof.
Wow.
So it's all in the house.
I don't know what to say. That's pretty grim.
It is. It's sickening. It is very, very sickening.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I imagine that after a house has been flooded like that, it's never going to be the same.
I don't know. We never had it like this, or for so long. In '73, it was only in there a week. But this time, they say it won't be till the end of August or probably the 1st of September that it'll stay.
And you think this is a mess now. Could you imagine after all the water goes away, the mud and the slime and the diseases?
It's horrible. It is. The smell is unreal.
The smell is pretty bad now.
Yeah, and it's nothing compared to when it goes down.
This is like a toilet bowl that you can't flush. Of course, because of the flood, many people have turned to religion. And of course, the patron saint of all religions in regards to floods is the Virgin Mary of the Ducks, which of course is being worshipped here in South St. Louis. We have a very special announcement for the TCI cable subscribers. Because of the flood, your quality of service might not be as good as it always is, but what? Oh, it's not the flood, it's just because they're all messed up over there. It's nothing to do with the flood, actually.
Okay, once again, here we are in beautiful South St. Louis, once again at the site of destruction and devastation. I'm here on Alabama Street, and right here behind me is what's known as the Alabama underpass. The railroad trestle goes underneath, and you're supposed to drive underneath and head towards Lemay Ferry. Well, as you can see, it takes a boat now to drive underneath the Alabama overpass. And what we're doing here right now is we're just basically trying to get the fire department to come and talk to us. They saw Pete. They're now afraid and running away. I hope there's not a fire here, at least while Pete's here, because these men don't intend to do a thing about it while Pete is here. Pete!
Listen, there's something very sad right over that underpass. And that is a restaurant which I, a long time ago, used to go to. And they were going to be an advertiser on our show back when we were having advertisers. And they promised to buy a whole lot of advertising. And we gave them a whole bunch of work for the advertising. And then all of a sudden, they canceled out. Now they're all flooded. They're out of business. And I'm very, very, very sad about it. Very sad.
And that restaurant would be...
No, don't say the name of it.
I know. I had to do that. I'm sorry. And we can't say the name of that restaurant, but it's down there. We won't say the name, but it's a very good restaurant. And I had to do that to piss Pete off. Okay, so anyway, this is the Alabama underpass. You can't go down there because it's full of water. The sign on the bridge says 13 feet and 11 inches, and it's my estimate that the water is probably about 3 or 4 feet away from the top of that, so I guess that's about 9 or 10 feet of water down there. Destruction, devastation. I can't wait to see what this is going to look like when the water recedes. I can't wait to see what's going to be left.
You know, this is very upsetting, all this flooding, but even though there's a lot of water and a lot of devastation, a lot of people going through turmoil, I still have a song in my heart.
Sing to me, Pete.
When the levee breaks, I'm gonna
watch us bleed.
Come on here. Well, let's go to him. Let's go to him. Okay, we're gonna go talk to the fire department now. They won't talk to us. Let's go faster, Mike. Here we go. Let's go talk to the fire department. Hey, Sparky, come over here. Come on,
Hey, are you guys single? Are you guys single? Are you guys looking for a date? Are you guys single? Can you believe this? They ran into a bus to get away from us. A bi-state bus. They'd rather be on a bi-state bus than talk to me. Or Pete.
When the levee breaks! When the levee breaks! When the levee breaks! Nana! Listen, I think it's the end of the show.
Is this the end of the show?
Yeah, I'm tired of doing it.
Oh, okay. It is pretty hot out here, and I'm kind of tired of doing it, too, and nobody else wants to talk to us. They're all afraid of Pete. So, from South St. Louis, this is it. We're underwater.
Seriously, we always kid around on the show. We're always disrespectful. But this is no exception. Now when the levee breaks! Bye!
Next message.
Yeah, your show on the coverage of the flood was in very poor taste, and about 40 other viewers that I knew feel the same way. Your show should be canceled. I mean, it's not funny to go around making fun of people that are lost their homes and their belongings and everything they got, and a lot of other people I know feel the same way. So get your act together. It's not funny making fun of flood victims.
A typical politically correct idiot. Never at any time on any of our shows dealing with the flood did we ever make fun of a flood victim. We made fun of a lot of other things. We made fun of the flood, but after all, the flood isn't sacred. The flood is evil. And we have a very good right and reason to make fun of it. But I repeat, never at any time, you can watch any of the shows, do we ever make fun of flood victims. And like a typical politically correct idiot, this guy wants us canceled, not because he doesn't want to see it, but because he doesn't want other people to see it. A real dimwit. Anyway, well, the flood is really crazy. It's now frightening. This is August 1st when we're starting to tape this, and some of the footage that we taped has changed radically over the last week. But I think maybe I should be politically correct this time and do a serious show about the flood. After all, you people there have enough misery, so why not give you more misery, just like all the other TV stations? Because after all, to be politically correct, you have to be unhappy. And the worst thing they hate about other people is when they're happy. And to be happy during a terrible time when everybody is going through a lot will be the best way, maybe, to deal with it. Because after all, being sad about it isn't going to make the water go away, and it isn't going to make idiots like you go away. So we're going to be serious tonight. I promise. Totally serious.
Oh, Noah, oh, Noah, hi, oh, Noah, God's gonna ride on the raining tide. Well, it's oh, Noah, oh, Noah, hi, oh, Noah, God's gonna ride on the raining tide. Well, gonna ride on the raining tide. Well, my God's gonna ride on the raining tide. Well, ride on the raining tide. Oh, well, my Lord, ride on the raining tide. Well, stop. Children, listen to me. Brother God walked down by the round sea when he was giving his people his command, claimed that he would destroy the land.
Well, I'm sorry. We were playing the wrong tape there by accident. We're going to start the show again now, and we're going to be serious, okay? So here we go with Worldwide Magazine.
Oh, Noah, oh, Noah, hi, oh, Noah, God's gonna ride on the raining tide. Well, it's oh, Noah, oh, Noah, hi, oh, Noah, God's gonna ride on the raining tide. Well, well, my Lord, well, oh, well, my Lord, well, stop. Children, listen to me. God walked down on the round sea when he was giving his people his command, claimed that he would destroy the land. Spoke to Noah. Noah stopped. He said, listen here, Noah, build me an ark. I want you to build it big and strong. Build it 300 cubits long, 60 high, 30 wide. I want it to stand on the raining tide. He said, oh, Noah, oh, Noah, hi, oh, Noah, God's gonna ride on the raining tide. Well, my Lord, well, oh, well, my Lord, Brother Noah, I got calling, he said he would ride on the raining tide. Well, after God told him what to do, Noah began to cut and hew. The ringing of the hammer was judgment, the crying of the saws was century bend. Nothing was ringing but hammers and saws, raised from the ark by the grace of God. After the big foundation was laid, the plate and the timber and the ark was made. All the animals, two by two, the ox, the camel, and the kangaroo. God shook the mountains, shook the sea, and cried, time will be no more for thee. He said, oh, Noah, oh, Noah, hi, oh, Noah, God's gonna ride on the raining tide. God's gonna ride on the raining tide. God's gonna ride on the raining tide.
This is our third show about the Great Flood of '93, and we're here today at Lemay by, what's the name of that 5 and 10 cent store?
Kozlowski's.
Yeah, Kozlowski's 5 and 10, and there's quite a bit of water here. We had to do a lot of fancy talking to get here, and we're here.
And I was really impressed the way you breezed us right past all those National Guardsmen, Pete. It really turned me on.
That's very good. Well, that's all you got to say, Kathy?
Well, Pete, you know, I don't know. I'm starting to run out of things to say about this flood. This is the third flood show that I've been on, and I mean, I know I'm probably not as tired of it as the people that live over here are, but I'm starting to run out of things to say.
Well, the reason we're doing so many shows about the flood is because this is a momentous event, and this is what everybody's thinking and talking about in St. Louis. And we've been able to, I feel, offer some different viewpoints about the flood, and we hopefully will do the same thing again today. Now, one of the things I heard on the radio, which was frightening, and they said that some of the flooded area might be flooded for as long as a year. And I thought that was astounding.
You know, Pete, I believe that because there's still a lot more rain to come. The water around here is up to the roofs on these houses. And the houses that aren't covered to the roof have this big brown muck line, sludge line around them where the water's been sitting. So I don't know, maybe the longer the water sits here, it'll give these people more time before they have to deal with what their houses are going to look like by the time it's over, because I think that's probably going to be the really horrible part.
And when we're taping this, it's July 24th, 1993, and the water is still rising. There's going to be another crest about a week from now. It's going to get even higher. In fact, the Mississippi River is going to crest in a week at 48 feet, which is pretty astounding, pretty amazing.
Well, I heard the Missouri River had a new crest today, although I'm not sure what the footage was on it. New crest today for the Missouri, so.
But it's still going up. It's still raining. It rains a lot. And, well, it's pretty astounding.
Today. That was different.
Well, it's
different
every day it rains, though. Okay. Listen, we have decided to bring in some of our top talent to give you a very interesting perspective on the flood. So now we're going to switch you. Well, by the way, listen, could you smell that crap? It smells so bad.
Is that the water? I thought it was Vince.
Speaking of Vince, and now we switch you now live as he could be anyway, to Vince.
Well, thanks, Pete and Kathy. You know, I can't get over the flood. I used to come down here a lot when I was a kid, and you know, to my right over here is Heine Meine Field. It's underwater. And to my left over here is the Lemay Bank and Trust. And I remember when I was working at the very first Clark station I worked was down the street, just a little north of me up here. And I remember when I used to always go down to this bank all the time. It's amazing that it's underwater. And then when I was a kid, I can remember going up Military with my bike. And it's just devastating. You know, the people around this area are really having a hard time. And actually, this is kind of like a hard night for me to talk about this flood because even, you know, a lot of things have happened on this date. This is July 24th, and this happens to be my 44th birthday. And it seems like everything happens on my birthday. I remember in 1969, the men landed on the moon, and they came home on my birthday, July 24th. And now I can remember the flood of '93 on my birthday as well. So that's two momentous things that happened on my birthday, both good and bad. I mean, there's good and bad in life, and what can I say? But anyway, I really amazed at all the support all the people are getting down here, because it seems like I just got done talking to a few of the guards and the policemen around here, and they seem to be having everything under control. The families around here are all helping each other out with the sandbagging. I guess you see behind me here, it's an awesome sight, you know. I mean, if you go down south of Lemay Ferry down here, there's a bridge about a mile from here, past the River de Pere bridge down here. It's underwater too. I mean, it was amazing. And not too long ago, we just drove by Wilmore Park up here by River de Pere on Jameson. It was underwater. So it's pretty bad situation.
Well, I'm sorry. When we were taping this, the camera battery went dead. It took us about 10 minutes to change it, but don't worry, Vince was still talking when we turned the camera back on.
These houses, I mean, what's going to become of all these houses down here? I mean, is it going to be a new river? I mean, is the Mississippi going to be a new river? What are they going to do? You know, it's going to be kind of hard to tell right now if a flood like this happens again. And really, it's amazing because we really didn't have that much water. It seemed like we had a lot of rain, but I didn't think this rain was going to cause this much damage. You know, we've had a lot of rain before, but nothing like this. And like I say, I'm really sorry to see all these people out of their homes. And if there's anything we can do while we're down here, we'll try to help them out. And of course, Worldwide Magazine, I'll tell you what, all the regulars at Worldwide Magazine would like to, you know, donate a lot of money, you know, to a lot of these other big businesses and a lot of these TV stations.
That's it.
Oh, wait a minute.
That's enough.
Now, wait a
Get
minute.
out of the way. I'm really sorry to everybody out there who's been sitting through this big, long speech that we have allowed Vince to ramble on for this long with nothing of interest to say. The people down here, Vince, are sad enough without having you standing here going on and on and on and on about nothing. I apologize. Vince is now gone, and he won't bother you again.
Well, it's raining again. Could you believe it? I don't know if the camera's picking it up. We're at Gravois and the River de Pere, and the River de Pere is awful high. There's talk of closing the bridge over the river. Anyway, I know a lot of you people out there are kind of down about the flood and kind of upset about it and need to have something to bring your spirits up. So now we're going to bring to you Vanessa and her manager, her new manager, Vince, and they're going to play a song, or sing a song, to help cheer your spirits up. Vanessa, Vince?
Come on, Vanessa.
I want to show you this umbrella here. All our other umbrellas were broke, so we had to use this one.
Okay, now, Vanessa, you're going to sing your new song. Yeah, we're on right now, Vanessa, so we got a real short time to do this, because it might be pouring any minute, so why don't you go ahead and sing your song. Okay, here, I'll hold the umbrella, you get your tambourine out. Okay, go ahead, I'll hold it.
This one. Okay, ready?
Go ahead, we're ready, anytime you are, let's go.
Okay. When the levee breaks, there will be a lot of water. Oh, when the levee breaks, what will be thereafter? Oh, please don't let the levee break, don't let the levee break. We all need our little places to live. Don't let the levee break, don't let the levee break. Because there will be a lot of water.
Oh, that was very good, Vanessa. You know, Vanessa, this has really been a bad day. Everything's happening.
Shut up, Vince. Why don't you sing another chorus of that? That was pretty good. Do another chorus of that, would you? You, Vince, your job is to hold the umbrella as Vanessa's manager.
Here, hold it down more.
You hold it down. You're getting her all wet. You're getting her trademark hairstyle is getting damp.
I'm sorry, Pete. Okay, Vanessa, you heard what Pete said. Let's sing another chorus now. Ready? Sing out loud now so everybody can hear you. Play your tambourine, too.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Ready? Okay. Oh, when the levee breaks, oh, when the levee breaks, so there will be a lot of water. When the levee breaks, oh, when the levee breaks, there's an old track. What will be there after? Oh, when the levee breaks, so please don't let the levee break, 'cause we need our little homes. Oh, please don't let the levee break, don't let the levee break. And it's raining out here. Let's go in. Come on, I want to go in.
Oh, come on, Vanessa. You did a fine job. Keep it up. Do another chorus. Let's go. Let's do it fast.
No, I don't know.
Oh, that's all right. The rain ain't going to hurt. The rain is nature. Let's go.
Peter, I'm finished.
Okay.
I'm getting wet.
Well, that's it. Hi, what's your name?
Betty.
Okay, Betty, what do you do?
Now?
Yeah, what kind of work you do?
I work for a local bank.
Okay, I see you had some cans here donated by Anheuser-Busch for drinking water.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, are you in charge of that?
Just for now I am.
How you doing, sir? My name's Vince, Worldwide Magazine. How long have you been doing it?
I don't know, a couple hours, I guess.
Well, I mean, you guys are doing a fine job down here. I mean, have you done it 1 day or 2 days, or?
Oh, no, this is my first day.
First day?
What kind of job?
What kind of work do you do?
I work at a dairy. I got told you before, everything's got to go through the mayor's office.
Okay, we'll take care of that. We'll take care of that.
No,
listen. You're not willingly talking to me. I'm forcing myself upon you.
Like I said, everything's got to go through the mayor's office.
Okay, we're not. Okay. You got good air conditioning in this truck, huh?
Got marvelous air conditioning, but like I said, everything.
Where are you going?
I'm heading up the way here to check on some things.
What are you checking on?
See how they're doing our Tylenol and Band-Aid supplies.
Well, it's my good friend in the EMS, the head of the EMS, one of the heads of the EMS, Gary Ludwig, and he can't talk to me because the mayor told him not to.
No, but you need to clarify that. That's not the issue. The issue is all press information has to be circulated and released through the mayor's office so that there's a coordination.
Okay, I agree with that. I agree. We have to control the flow of information as best we can.
Not a control as much as we're making sure the right information is getting out.
Right, we want people to know the right information. Okay, I understand that. Okay, well, Gary, I will say
that real good.
I will say one thing. That Gary didn't want to talk to me, and I just kind of forced myself on him, and he's now a willing participant in this interview. So you can go ahead, Gary. Take care. Gary Ludwig, one of the big guys, one of the main guys of the EMS. Thank you, Gary. Carry on. You have an important work to do, and I'm sure you're going to do it.
Are you out here sandbagging?
No, I'm supervising the sandbaggers.
Supervising the sandbagging effort.
Right.
Very good.
Okay, carry on, Gary. Thank you. We're not wanting to be interviewed. You're staying around a long time, huh?
Okay, we're down here at the River de Pere, and what's your name, sir?
Brad Boggs.
And what do you do, Brad?
I'm a laborer for Local 53.
Oh, really? So one of the union, local unions here. And what's Local 53 do?
International Laborers Local 53. They have laborers, you know. What do you mean, what do they do?
I mean, what kind of labor work? Any labor work?
Yes.
Okay. And how long have you been down here helping?
Since 10 o'clock yesterday night.
And have you been doing it a lot, or is this your first time doing it?
This is my first time this year of doing it.
Well, we've been talking to these sandbaggers, but there's something that you should know. I'm going to pick up one of these sandbags now, and I'll tell you something. This is heavy. One bag is heavy, but there's thousands, there's tens of thousands of bags here. And you wonder how many sandbags there are altogether, counting all the flood areas. There's probably millions of sandbags. And then you wonder, after the flood is finally over, if it ever happens, if it ever gets over, what are they going to do with all the sandbags? I mean, it's a tremendous amount of sandbags. I understand after they've been in the flood, they're contaminated, so they have to dispose of them. But what are they going to do with them? Anyway, we'll find out in weeks to come here on Worldwide Magazine.
Well, I'm talking to this real nice young lady down here. She was telling me she's sandbagging. She lives right across the River de Pere over here. And what was your name?
Rita Martinez.
Okay, what do you do, Rita?
I work at WashU Medical School in a lab there. I do research.
Okay, what kind of research?
A lot of neuroanatomy, neurobiology.
How long have you been sandbagging?
I've been here since about 7 o'clock.
Okay. I guess you kind of got first eye view of the flood when it first came by.
Yeah, actually I did. I didn't really know how bad it was because my roommate mentioned, River de Pere, it's flooding over, and I was like, that cement thing.
It was amazing. I was down here a couple of times last week, and it wasn't half as bad as it is now. But so you really got to see it when it was really, coming over the top.
Yeah. I mean, it was just unbelievable how fast this water goes.
Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, and the walls came tumbling down. I know that Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, and the walls came tumbling down. Good morning, Sister Mary. Good morning, Brother John. Well, I want to stop and talk with you and tell you may have heard about Joshua when he was the son of Nun. And he never stopped his work and my children until his work was done. I see that Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho and the walls came tumbling down. May you've heard about the kings of Gideon, may you've heard about the men of Saul, but you're never gonna find a fighting man like Joshua at Jericho. Now to the walls of Jericho, Lord, he walked with a sword in hand, and the lamb horns began to blow, and the trumpet was in my hand. Well, Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, and the walls came tumbling down. Yes, the lamb sheep horns begin to blow, and the trumpets begin to sound. Old Joshua shouted glory, and the walls came tumbling down. Well, the Bible said Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, and the walls came tumbling down. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, and the walls came tumbling down.
Okay, Pete, this is Debbie. I watch your show a lot. I caught your show about the flood. It was pretty funny, but I think you could have got some more of them Hoosiers down there in Lemay to get on the show, and they got some ugly people down there. You could have went and got some of them to get them on the show. So if you decide to do another show, go down to Lemay and get some of them ugly people and interview them. Okay, keep up the good work, Pete. Bye.
Hey, thanks to all the hundreds of people that are nice enough to take the time to call us on the viewers hotline. Hi! Well, we're continuing our flood coverage, Worldwide Magazine flood coverage, of course, done the Worldwide magazine way, and I was just thinking of an expression on the way down here. We're at the Meramec River, just outside of Arnold, I guess, and I remember the expression, 50 million Hoosiers can't be wrong.
Well, Pete, we are here where you say we are. I've never been here before the flood, but I'm excited about being here because we're here with Dump Truck Dave Perry. This is a dream come true for me to finally meet you and finally stand next to you.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
Oh,
how you doing, baby?
what a day this is. This is he, the one and only Dump Truck Dave Perry.
Right out here at the campus condos and enjoying life to the fullest, I'm telling you. It's fun.
It's a big party out here.
Darn right it is. I'll tell you what, everybody's good. See these people back here? You'll get a view of them in a little bit. Everybody out here is the most wonderful people because everybody stops to help, but we don't need no help here. We're having so much fun.
Hey, Dave, what? Tell our audience when you moved down here.
Think about the middle of February.
When did the flood start?
The middle of February, Pete.
That's right. Now remember, you called me up on the telephone and told me you were moving down here. What did I say to you then? This is the middle of February.
The man mentioned, Dave, what about flood season? Well, it's come in and it's gone, you know, but...
And you said, it hasn't flooded here since 1978. Oh, wait a second. We're going to switch now. Before we do this is very exciting, but before we do this, we'd like to tell you that to help cheer up the morale of the flood victims, Worldwide Magazine's own Vanessa has been going around with her USO tour.
She has, and she's been just fabulous. I think people are going to be really surprised when they see just what a show this girl can do. She's so great. I was shocked. I was appalled.
Let me tell you something about Vanessa. She has more talent in her little pinky than I do in my middle finger.
I think you're right, Pete, and I think the same goes for me. More than in my middle finger. But she's a great performer and a really great singer, and I can't wait to see it.
So now, before we show the flood area with Dave, we're going to switch now to our mobile unit and to Vanessa's USO tour.
Teddy bear. I don't want to be a tiger. The tiger's here to run. I don't want to be a lion. 'Cause lions ain't the kind you love and all. I just want to be your teddy bear. Just put a chain around my neck.
What are you doing in there? What are you doing in there? I feel very, very sorry for you, Dave. I mean, for you and all these people here. I mean, you have no roof over your head, no bed, no air conditioning, no refrigerator, no place to keep your stuff. I mean, this is really miserable. The life you're leading is pretty grim.
Yeah, well, see, Pete, that's just your views of this, see? You live in the city. You're used to all the pampering stuff. A real survivor get out here and handle it all. It's got a lot of advantages out here, you know, if you think about it. First off, it comes to mind, you can't beat the rent. Boy, the rent's real cheap out here. I mean, it's like nothing. It doesn't cost you anything. Your light bill, we have generators here to handle all electricity, televisions, radios. Not to mention just cars. People are stopping and donating anything, so we don't have to pay for nothing, you know. They actually give us money to buy other stuff from other people. Ice, food, drinks, anything you want. It's all here. The boys get together and play music. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. Just having a blast. You can't beat it. It's summertime. The sun's out. Everybody's just come so close together. It shows me that people are they actually do care for each other.
It's like one really big, really long float trip.
Yeah, and it's lasted a couple of months so far, and I still ain't ready to go home, you know?
I want you to get an idea of what you got here. See, these are commodities. We serve between 200 and 400 people in this tent, from out of this tent. We got water passes for the old folks that won't get out of their places. We make bags and boxes up, we run them up to them. Over here we got dry goods. We've got fruits and chips. We've got taters. Over here we have toiletries and kitchenwares, forks, cups, toilet paper, whatnots. Move over here. These coolers here are full of meats, hot dogs, and hamburgers.
Where does all this food come from?
Donations. Red Cross and good-hearted people just passing by said they seen us. They come by. Everything you see here has been donated.
So you're eating donated food, huh?
Exactly.
Just like normal, business as usual, huh, for you?
You're darn tootin'.
What's about the basic feeling that made you come out and bring this out to these people here?
Seeing how lucky I was. It's very hard on me to see people out of their homes. So if we find more, we'll bring more.
Well, here we are on the Meramec River, which is amazing how much water is in here. And we're with Kathy and Mike Perez, and of course, dump truck Dave Perry, and Dave's friend. I forgot your name, Lance. Okay. Now listen, Dave, why don't you and Lance give us a tour of the river and tell us what we're seeing?
Now, if you dangle your fingers in the water, a big old gar might come up and try to bite on you. There's some big fish in here, Pete. I wish we had something to show you. Sometimes you just get sick of water. You just want it to go down and be able to go home and sleep in your own bed, you know, that kind of stuff. But most of the time, it's you just keep a positive attitude, you know, and this is the outcome. You have fun. Right now, we're like driving down Meramec Bottom Road right now. The bridge, as you can see, is real low. I mean, you can almost touch it. It's just incredible. This is usually, the road is way below us, maybe 25 feet, 30 feet below us is where the actual road is. That's about how deep the water is here. Yeah, we're still driving down Meramec Bottom Road. It's kind of different. Just, you know, we're still driving down Meramec Bottom Road. Yeah.
I think this is really crazy. Look at how low this power line is. Unbelievable. Yeah, my heart just jumped when I saw it there in the foreground.
Off, isn't it?
No.
The power's not shut off?
No, that's why we're in a fiberglass boat.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
When you look at it, it looks like the boat, it looks like the cable has been lowered or it's torn down or something. That's the actual height that it is all the time. You know, normally semis could drive underneath it. But that just shows you how low it is to the water. It's incredible. Because we're up in the air. We're way up in the air.
It's pretty scary. Pete, what do you think?
Oh, the weather started getting rough.
The tiny ship was tossed.
It wasn't for the courage of the fearless crew. The minnow would be lost. The minnow would be lost.
The ship's aground at the shore.
You know the lyrics to all the songs?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, well,
Get again.
The captain too, the millionaire and his wife. Hey, look at this house. Stay, Mike.
This is Lance's house now, Pete. This is where Lance used to live, right here, Pete. Now you figure this is Lance's house now, where he used to live. It, believe it or not, it's about a 2.5 story building.
And we're running into the house.
Yeah, we're running.
That's a dock. I can hit it.
That's how we stop. We just kind of crash into things around here.
Bang.
We're hit. Boom! Oh. Man, oh man.
Right along the desert house.
Mother Nature, you know. Keep a positive attitude. It's all you can do.
We were diving off my roof the other day.
Yeah?
Well, this water isn't good to swim in, is it?
I think the water's fine myself.
They say the water's real bad.
That's Lemay, where the sewer plant
Right,
is at.
that's the river to Paris.
We're
this is
upstream
river water
from it.
here. This is just nature.
This is straight river.
Yeah.
Lance, did you get your stuff out of the house before it flooded? You lost everything?
All except for I got my pictures out and all my small stuff that I could carry out.
Didn't you know the flood was coming?
Well, this one came up fast. It was
I
like
was
2
taking
days
it out while it was
before.
coming up. But I got most of it out. The furniture's all still there, my appliances, but other than that, everything's out.
Pete, you got to admit it's beautiful out here, you know?
What?
It's beautiful out here. This is our friend old Wally and Billy's house over here. Look at this.
See their addition? It's tilted.
My goodness.
Look at their porch.
Yeah, their whole porch is just tilted up.
Wouldn't escape.
Look at that. The porch is just floated.
Run away.
That's a 2-story porch up there, and it just floated right off the house. It's amazing. Here's another one of our neighbors' homes out here.
No! Dave, save!
All right, now, Pete, don't. You're going to cause me to get up. All right, Pete, stop it. Pete, give me that brick. Give me that paddle. Give me that paddle. That's it. That's it. Pete, knock it off. Knock it off. Knock it off. Knock it off. We're here to watch the flood. Be serious now. Don't relax that much. This is a serious business out here. You know, I ain't been crazy since I moved out here. Now, don't get me upset and crazy again, please. All right, look at these houses here. This is actually my neighbor, Ricky. You'll notice his back porch is floating to the top of his windows, too. It's just incredible. He actually had it was very pretty inside his house. He had it fixed up nice, you know. Looked real good. It's all gone. The house next to it over here is actually where I used to live, okay?
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the house I used to live in. And we can't even get in there because the water's up to tree level. We can't get through the tree limbs, but we can back here and look at it. Yeah? My goodness, that's it.
What street are you on, Dave?
Pardon me?
Willow Beach.
Willow Beach Road.
And where is this in regards to Meramec Bottom?
Willow Beach Road is actually a private road.
Propane. Boom! Yay!
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you scared?
Uh-huh.
At least you're honest, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that tank's usually sitting on the ground.
Hi, Mom, we're home.
Maybe we get up here and we'll get a shot inside the house, and if you could imagine water being this deep inside your house, it's kind of a little thrill. Wow. If you could even imagine it. So just look in the window here.
What window? The window frame? Step up in there and show them how deep it is, Dave.
Now you can picture this being the inside of your house, you know.
Let's get a little more, Dave. Thank you very much. Oh, most welcome.
Right here we have what's like the kitchen.
You take that much stuff from the house.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to get it and go, you know. This is like, yeah, this is like kitchen looking in the living room or something, you know. It's just.
You didn't bother to lock his door when you left?
Why?
That's not the door, that's the window.
This the window?
Yeah, this is like kitchen window. It used to be there. It's just pretty amazing. And actually, if we come up here, you could actually see the kitchen stove sitting in the water. But there's a window. I don't know how good you can see it. Yeah, it looks like it's just a little over the top of the kitchen stove. That's about how deep it would be if you could imagine it.
Yeah, I can see it.
Well, here it is.
This is your house?
This is our house, right. This is what I had to evacuate out of.
Is this the second floor?
This is the second floor. It's got like a 14, 16-foot ceiling on the first floor. And this is actually the second floor. So it's pretty deep up through here now. It was pretty amazing. I come out one night to go in, Pete, and you had to dive underwater to unlock the door. It's kind of amazing, you know.
Here's the third roof I dived off of now.
This is kind of spectacular, ladies and gentlemen. Here we have Lance approaching the top peak of the roof. He gets very ready. He's on there and he's ready to go. And woohoo! He's in the water, ladies and gentlemen. Looky there. We love roof diving. Hey, Pete, you want to try it? Let's get Pete to jump. That's incredible. It's hard to think that you talk about people spend all the money for swimming pools, and boy, we just got a natural one right here, isn't it? Yeah, natural pool. Flood is pretty amazing, I'll tell you that. If you look at it right, it's a good time. It's just beautiful, you know. If you just admire the beauty, keep a positive attitude, it's wonderful. It really is.
That's what it is. All right, ooh. That's pretty good. I didn't like it.
Little boy's picnic table floating upside down over there. Yeah, basically, Pete, I love it out here, to tell you the truth. I got my Beagle dog Cooter, and I got my four-wheel drive pickup truck, and that's all I need. What? Yes, Salem cigarettes, as fresh as springtime.
I can hear the water roaring, pouring through the levee walls, and the rain is beating on me like a million waterfalls. Everywhere I look is water, water, water all around, and it's rising where I'm kneeling on this little patch of ground. I can see the billows rushing, brushing down the sugar cane. Ah, but I know the Lord is with me. I can hear him just as plain, saying, "Come ye to the water, come and wash your sins away." Can't you hear him calling to you? Come on, brothers, let us pray. High water, climbing over the wall. And high water, I oughter know just why you call. Hey, you're singing and bringing music to my soul. Uprise me and baptize me. Roll, Jordan, roll.
Well, hi, and welcome to still another edition of Worldwide Magazine. This is our 4th hour-long show about the Great Flood of '93. Of course, the flood is over now. I always tell everybody to watch us and to watch the beautiful girls we have on the show. But today I'm going to make an exception. Mike, take a good picture of me, would you? Because I'm all dressed up. I'm all duded out today. I'm wearing some fashions courtesy of Gus's Fashions. And the reason I'm dressed up like this is to remind the flood victims that while they're going through rough times now, prosperity is just around the corner.
Pete, you look wonderful. Gus's Fashions are just excellent. And I think also you might want to mention that your outfit is also a tribute to our fine mayor, Freeman Bosley, for his fine leadership and outstanding courage during this devastating affair in St. Louis.
Now, on our way down here, we were with Mike Perez and his beautiful wife, Laurie, and we were having a contest in the car, and we're going to have it here. Now, of course, we have a little problem with having this contest on TV, so we're going to bleep out the bad word. So, in other words, let's say Kathy and I, we never fight. We're very, very close. And she's fine U.S. government inspected meat on the hoof. Take a look at her. Take a look at Kathy, would you, Mike? Take a look at this beautiful meat on the hoof. Isn't she beautiful? I'll get out of the way here so you can get a nice shot of Kathy. But sometimes us lovers, even though we're not lovers actually, but I'd like to be, but we have problems sometimes, and we get mad at each other. We start yelling at each other. No! No!
I think I won. I think I won that round. I know I won that round.
Now, we're here at, we never even mentioned where we were. We're at Broadway and the River of Despair. And boy, that smell, it really smells bad. It smells so awful around here. The water, a lot, is gone. There's not much water left, but the smell lingers on. Now, our favorite eating establishment in this part of town, the Courtesy Drive-In, looks like it became a part of the flood. It went underwater.
It sure does look that way, and we came down here searching for the fine people that we found down here last time. All we're finding is the aftermath and the smell of this flood.
Well, we're going to, on this hour, go around to the same places where the flood was and see what they look like now. And I'm sorry, the smell here is really awful. It's really hard to handle. And
choking you up, huh,
yes,
Pete?
it really is. And of course, we can't capture the smell of this area on our program, even though a lot of people have said that our show stinks. But we're going to show you everything else but the smell, and you should thank us for not showing that to you. So here we go today on Worldwide Magazine.
Come with us.
As we review the area of the flood.
Come with us.
Ooh, that smell. Can't you smell that smell? Ooh, that smell. The smell of death surrounds you. Ooh, that smell. Can't you smell that smell?
Talk to him. Come on, Walker.
Yeah, Kathy, interview those bumpkins over there.
They're not bumpkins. These are inner city people. Let's go get them. Come on, Lar, let's get them.
I got a question for him.
Take over the mic, Lar. Ah!
I think I will go home like this. Okay, we're gonna interview you guys, okay?
You can watch yourself on TV.
Yeah, we'll interview you here. Okay, well, we're down here still on South Broadway, and we're with some of the guys who are helping up with this cleanup. It's really a stench down here. It really smells very, very bad. I mean, it just smells like rot. What's the hardest part about being down here? Is the smell, or what's the hardest part about being down here?
The smell, definitely the smell.
I was just thinking, I just want your opinion on this. Usually during some type of crisis, like you hear crisis, like a lot of babies are born. Do you think these people like all around us are like making babies right now?
I doubt very seriously.
Well, I guess the smell kind of like takes away the mood or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It would for me.
Yeah. Who's your friend here?
That's Kevin Burton.
Hi, Kevin.
How you doing?
What are you like? What part are you doing in all this? He's a supervisor. Kevin's a supervisor. What's the hardest part down here for you to do?
Staying busy.
Supervising's not too hard. So what's all this stuff here? Where's this all going to?
Refuge is going to pick it up. See, picking it up right now. They're taking it to the landfill.
I think Pete's taking over supervising here.
Where did all this stuff over here come from? Was this floating in the water? Or?
Yes, that came from the flood.
That was just floating down River to Pear?
Yes.
Or did it come in? We're right near the Courtesy. Was this like all inside in their restaurant?
No, it was in the back of the business and in this manufacturing company right here.
Well, he's right. It certainly smells and it's noisy too because of this truck that Pete's supervising. Here, Pete, would you tell the guys to cool off here so we can hear what we're saying? I had one more really important question for you. Did you note that there are no black flood victims?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Well, they don't live down here. See, you won't get a flood up north because.
I think I know why there are no black flood victims.
Why?
It's discrimination! It's discrimination! What do you think?
I agree.
I think it's all Freeman Bosley's fault. I think he did this to us on purpose.
No comment.
I think he's afraid none of us down here voted for him.
No comment.
Oh, come on. Play with me here.
Okay, what do you want?
Did you vote?
Yes, I voted.
Did you vote for Freeman Bosley?
Yes, I did.
Are you glad you did?
I'm very happy I did.
It's discrimination! It's discrimination! All right, what else do you want?
Thank you, beautiful. Thank you, very beautiful. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, it's beautiful, beautiful. Thank you.
Ooh, that smell. Can't you smell that smell? Ooh, that smell. The smell of this around you.
We're here on South Broadway, and we're driving around looking at the remnants of the flood. And we're with Kathy and Mike Perez and his beautiful wife, Laurie, a full-fisted woman. And we're driving around in Kathy's convertible, and Kathy was nice enough to have a top up. And then later on, she's coming over my house, and we hope she'll be nice enough to bring her bottom down. So interview some of these local people here.
I'd love to. I'd love to. These are great people down here. Friendliest people in the world live on South Broadway. I guarantee it. Laurie, join me. Join me. Laurie's going to join me. We're going to do this. Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Can we talk to you for a minute? Do y'all own this business here?
My grandmother does.
How much water did you have in?
The basement was completely full.
It was about, right about here. On the door here.
Is there a lot of damage inside?
Yeah, pretty much to the floor.
Would you want to maybe give us the tour of the inside of the business here and we can see the damage?
Okay. Yeah.
Great, we appreciate it.
Turn off the lights for you.
This is a diner on South Broadway that's been flooded. Now, how high up in the diner did you say the water?
You can see on the door here how high it was inside of here.
Okay, there is a water line on the door, and that looks like maybe a good foot of water in here.
Could you point to it again? Wow. And it went all the way back.
See on the. You put that.
Go ahead, ma'am. What were you saying?
On the you can see on the stools too.
Mm-hmm. How much damage do you think was done in here?
We don't know yet. We have to wait and find out about the floor joists. We have to wait and see if the city will let us operate, okay? We got to contend with the city, period. And we do not open this place until health inspector says yes.
So the city ordinances and the health inspectors have to come over and look everything over and then tell you when you can open again.
Right. That's it.
We had more damage on the back floors too than we do out in front.
These are in about 2 years, these floors here. The ones in the back have been in a long time.
Yeah, you don't mind
And they'll have to
fixing
come
them.
up. The ones you see the bulge in the booths there, and in the vestibule, you got the same thing in the wall. The height of the water plus the plaster behind that is got to come out. All that's got to come out.
So you've got a lot of work ahead of you here.
Yeah. Only problem is we got 4 buildings, not this one. We own 4 buildings in the row here. So we got the same damage in all of them.
What's the basement like?
It was.
Got a little water in it.
Can we see it?
Absolutely.
It's gone down now, but it was up to the.
You guys got good lights?
Here's one, honey.
I got where's the big one?
You got it?
Here we
Yeah,
are.
there's one.
This is down now. It was up into here about this height, okay? Because it's got a slight taper to it, the floor has. We're waiting now for the gas company to come on and turn the gas on.
Do I get to go first?
Don't you go down there.
Don't go all the way down.
Don't go down in there, just point the camera down in there.
Still got water in there.
Oh.
It was all the way up into here.
Yeah, Mike, get the camera
Smells
down.
bad.
Right?
Smells bad.
Yeah, they
Right. But that smells good to what it did. There's been 2 gallons of bleach poured in there and a gallon of pine salt to knock the odor down, okay?
Wow.
And some oil to keep down the mosquitoes. But
How long have you lived in this neighborhood?
we've been in this place here since 1955.
Really? You from St. Louis?
Not originally, no.
Where you from?
We're southeast Missouri, small town, she and I both.
You near Gomerville?
Where?
Gomerville?
No, Flat River area.
Oh, okay. I thought you lived near Gomerville.
No. The water, see, these got dirt basements in them, okay?
They do?
Yeah.
Right. You don't mess, you put concrete in. When the river table, you know what the water table is?
Yeah.
All right, the water table rises with the Mississippi River. If you put concrete in there and the flood comes up, she blows her up.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. You gotta let it go down.
What a smell.
And then you put lime in it. After it goes down, you put lime in there to knock the odor. And you get people come in to deodorize.
How long have you operated this diner here?
Here?
Yeah.
Since 55.
Really?
Right.
Oh, this is like a family business since 1955.
Yeah.
Is this the first? Was this the second time you flooded out, or the first time?
3.
Excuse me, Paul. What was the
This
first?
is the worst. The
Okay,
first.
93, 73, and what
Yeah,
else?
you got 73, 83, 93. All comes
Every 10 years.
10 years.
Every 10 years. Might suggest you move out of here in 9 years.
Well, I tell you, I'm not going to say anything. If I try to sell this place as it is now, I couldn't get $2 for it. I get a viable business going here within a year, I'll sell.
So this place is your whole life, isn't it?
No.
No, he
No, I worked for a company called NL Industries for 33 and a half years. I was in the Navy. I've done everything. You name it, I've did it.
You've done it all, and you've been through 3 floods, too.
Okay?
really hard.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. I feel real sorry for all the trouble you're going through.
Feel sorry for me. Feel sorry for the other guy who had water up above his roof. Up to his roof. We are lucky.
Where do you live?
Where do I live? We live here.
Live on the second floor.
Second floor.
You were evacuated?
No. Well, we shut us off. We had to leave. They shut gas and electric off.
What do you think about that Phillips Petroleum Company?
I knew it was there for years. I worked down there by it.
What do you think about them?
I think it should be moved out.
Do you think they're an evil company?
No. 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 They've been there for years, and nothing like this has ever happened, okay? And it wouldn't have been no problem if the water hadn't come up. But it's dangerous.
Well, we promise you that when you're open again for business, we're all going to come down here and have a wonderful lunch. Okay, and we're looking forward to it, and we hope it's soon.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, so that was George and Helen's restaurant here on South Broadway. Quite a catastrophe inside, especially the basement, but very, very nice people. And I think when they open it up, it should be the first place we come to. Laurie, what do you think? Should we come have lunch down here when they're open again?
Yeah, I've been here before. Mike and I have had lunch down here, and I remember their family pictures along the walls. They have really good food. It's real reasonable, real all-American, you know, diamond food.
This is an all-American part of town down here, I think. I think the true Americans live down on South Broadway.
Yeah, they're real troopers. Just for you can see all this stuff over here, just for making it through. Really give them courage. You know, they've done really well.
Well, let's go find some more real Americans. What do you think? Let's go. Let's go. Look at this. Oh. There's an antelope head in the ruins. An animal has lost its head. Somehow the head was severed. The head was severed, and the dead animal head and neck is laying in the ruins. Not only furniture, not only buildings, not only people, but animals. Yes, animals are suffering too.
What animal?
There's a dead head.
It's missing its eye.
And it's missing an eye.
Oh, isn't that a shame?
I think Big Mike's been down here.
Yeah. That's a possibility.
A deer. You know, I don't care about those people, but I care very much. I'm very much into animal rights. And this poor deer, a deer that's in communion with nature, was a victim of the flood.
Pete, I know you're into animals and animal rights, but be careful, because remember what happened last time you got really into animals. Whoa. What did this used to be?
It was a beauty parlor.
Oh,
I live
okay.
upstairs and getting ready in the process of getting it out.
Oh, what a
The water like that.
Was that hot? Inside there. Is this someone in your family that
Laurie.
has
Behind.
This is like a wet hell.
Plus, there was no flood insurance, so that really,
Well, who'd ever thought they'd need flood insurance? I mean, we're kind of far over here. I think.
What was the name of this beauty parlor?
Betty's.
Betty?
Mm-hmm.
Is Betty your wife?
No.
Who's Betty?
Just a friend. I live upstairs.
Oh, you didn't... Betty, what happened to Betty? Where did Betty go?
Where's Betty?
Probably home.
Oh.
Yeah. Her and 200 gals of friends.
Is there still water in your basement?
Yeah, go out back and pull that plywood.
Go out back and pull that plywood.
On the right, you can't miss it again. I flooded over twice.
Oh, what a smell.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Oh, my God.
The sewer backed up.
Oh.
Many people lost gas, electric and fresh running water due to the dreaded flood. And as you know, a toilet can be pretty nasty when it hasn't been flushed. Here is a Worldwide magazine reenactment of a toilet unflushed using hot dogs. This is Sir Lord Rob for Worldwide Magazine, and we are the Consumer Watchdog Action Team. And right here, I have a very old resident of this neighborhood, and I'm going to ask him exactly how he felt about this terrible experience when the flood came. Sir, how did you feel?
It wasn't the flood, it was the gas scare. The propane tanks are approximately 2 blocks or a block from here, and they run us out Friday 2 weeks ago or better at 6 o'clock and told us by 6:05 we had to be out. They cut the electric, they cut the gas. We were running out of our homes for no reasons, only because they thought the gas was going to explode. There's been no explosion. There was never no danger in my mind of an explosion. All of a sudden, they got worldwide propane experts coming in, saying things about propane, but before that, nobody had ever worked with propane. We never had an incident like this. I myself worked for Grasso Petroleum Company and Gelbach Petroleum Company, and propane does not explode like they said it would. I feel very, very hurt that I was run out of my home. I feel very hurt that all my food and my routine was disrupted, and what little compensation they are going to give me or should give us is not made up for nothing, and I do think that they should have thought this out, because they were the ones that said the big explosion. There's been no big explosion. They've been predicting the end of the earth for years and years, people have, and this is just like this prediction of the explosion. Nothing happened, except the people in the area was inconvenienced and cost a lot of their money to get this thing settled.
And how do you think Mr. Bosley, the mayor of St. Louis, how do you think he reacted with this?
Well, Mr. Bosley made the famous statement, "Oh, well, let it be." So maybe next election we can tell him, "Oh, well, let it be."
And I take it he won't be getting your vote, right?
No, he will not get my vote. I don't think he'll give half the people in South St. Louis vote, or all the people in South St. Louis vote. We'll give him the "oh, well, let it be." That's the way the cookie crumbles.
You know, there's a lot of juvenile delinquency nowadays. A lot of problems with the young people. They just don't know where to turn. They don't know what to look up to. But I'm very happy and very proud to say that on our show, we have Vince. And Vince is what you call a really good role model. Like I was saying, Vince is a really excellent role model for today's youth. Okay, we're here at the Flood Information Center. Well, of course, it's authorized personnel only, so of course we're authorized. So let's go. Howdy. Howdy, we're going to find out what's going on.
We don't care if we sit out with it, eh? Talk to you.
Seems they're awful quiet here.
It's like camera, I know.
Hey, phone
Did you get permission to do this from us?
We got permission from the Colonel.
Good.
The Colonel said it was all right. Colonel Sanders. What are you doing here?
Answering the phone when it rings.
Well, who's calling up now?
People.
No one right now. What about? What are they calling up about? The flood's over.
Tell them.
There's still lots of mud around. Well, you don't seem to be doing too well. You city employees? I want to show you everybody your tax dollars at work. These hard, valiant people sitting here a week after the flood, collecting a fat city paycheck.
This is Vietnam, man.
Not doing anything.
I got 2 for you. One tonight. Okay. Okay. I got 48, 18, and both.
How you doing? How you doing?
Good.
All right. Who do you work for?
Sewer district.
Oh, you got to use your private car, huh?
Yeah.
So is this a luxury car supplied to you by the sewer district?
No.
What are you doing here?
Watching that pump.
You're watching that pump.
Make sure it keeps running.
What pump?
One out there by the gravel.
Up there.
What's it pumping?
Water out of the sewer back into the channel.
Oh, how's everything going here?
Fine.
Water's pretty low compared to what it was, huh?
Yep. It's going back up though.
Well, don't you read or anything? Or like, how about some iced tea? Or?
No, I got soda and I'm watching TV.
You watching TV? Wait a second.
So you got an electrical outlet here. You can use it right over here. Oh, he's got his own portable electrical outlet out here, Mike.
For 40 years, this 160
sit down and watch
acres is
himself
where
TV.
his cows
Shame he ain't got
graze.
cable.
But nowadays he's looking up, not down. The trees have become the biggest cash crop he ever raised.
You know,
Ever think?
let me say something here. A lot of big companies are really harsh to their employees nowadays, but not MSD. Look at this, they're paying this guy here overtime to sit and watch TV. Isn't that great? It's great because it's treating the employee the way they should be treated, like a king. Hi.
How you doing?
What's up?
Yeah, a little disagreement with the people up at the flood tank.
No?
Well, sir, it's unauthorized. Only people that live back here are the workers.
Oh, they said we had an argument with them?
They said that you didn't want to listen to them. She said you can't go back there.
They never told us anything.
It's authorized only for the people that live down here. No news media. Local traffic only.
Oh, okay. Well, no one said anything to us.
Okay, well.
Okay.
So we need you to get out, sir.
Sure, no problem at all.
Thank you.
Yeah, we thought they were real friendly at the flood tent.
This is what they said, sir. I don't know. I didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, no problem at all. How's everything going with the flood?
Great, I guess. Water's
going
down.
Well, yeah, there's a nice new cars they got here. What kind of cars are these? You know, like luxury cars.
Caprices. I don't like it.
These are beautiful. How's the air conditioning?
Great.
Yeah, real good air conditioning in these cars. That's good. So you know.
No. Let's go. They're taking pictures of our car.
Oh, okay. Don't take. Okay, we're leaving. Okay, we're leaving.
Locked up for trespassing.
Okay, we're leaving. Don't take a picture. I don't want to get locked up. I don't like prison food.
I'm getting out of here.
Now we're here on Virginia. We're going down here, down the bottom of the hill. This is the place that we were at a few weeks ago. And we were here the first time talking to this weirdo that was a religious guy. And then we came again, and this whole street was underwater.
Deeper towards the back of the house than this in front.
You want to see some damage?
Yeah, we want to see everything here.
We'll take you down the basement.
Okay, who are we speaking to?
Okay, my name's Mike Morrison.
Mike Morrison, you live here?
No, my mother does. Sybil Morrison.
Oh, hi, Sybil. Did you have flood insurance, Sybil?
No.
Did you know about flood insurance?
No. Oh, I know there was such a thing, but
You're not living here now, are you?
No.
You're just like working in the house? Do you think this house could be saved?
No. It's too much
They're
work.
gonna, we don't, but we don't know.
But I'm not a contractor.
There's no insurance on this house?
No.
So you, did you get your...
Insurance, but not flood insurance, but they won't pay off.
Did you get your stuff out of the house at least before?
I got part of the furniture.
You get your, like, your pictures and stuff like that
All
out?
of them, no, we got part of them.
She got about 80% of her stuff out.
We've been working here since Monday, taking stuff out because it started mildew.
Come on, I'll show you around.
Oh my God.
This is the living room.
What a smell.
And then this is the kitchen.
See, this
What's left of
here
it?
is all clear.
Okay, walk away. The water got all the way up above the zinc.
Really?
It's pretty much a mess, but this is the way it left it.
Oh my God.
If you want to see something amazing, look at this. This was inside the cabinets.
What is it?
It's mold hanging down. And that's been growing there ever since we came in here.
Oh my.
And
What are you gonna do with this house?
I don't know what we're going to do yet.
You're gonna sell it? I guess you can't sell it.
Well, we're waiting on the inspector to come and tell us what kind of damage it
Are
is.
you gonna tear it down? Or are you just gonna abandon it?
I don't know.
Wait, ma'am, where are you gonna live now?
That's what we've been doing, trying to find her somewhere to live.
Are you gonna rent an apartment? Are you gonna move in with relatives?
I'm gonna rent and find a place.
And how long have you lived here?
5 years.
5 years.
We'll be in October.
Where'd you live before that?
We lived down at DeSoto.
DeSoto? So you just moved in here, huh? This is used for your life savings, I guess, to buy this house?
Sure did.
So my dad just died in April, and he died here in the house. And
So
so
this house means something to your mom?
yeah, so it's,
Yeah.
so she ain't had much of a year. I mean, my dad died in April, and then this happened, and she lost her home. So
Oh, this is terrible.
I'll show you the rest of the house. This is one of the bedrooms, and this is a lot of the stuff that she lost.
Wash them closet doors off.
You can tell how the floors are buckled. All the floors in the house are buckled. And
Well, it was all right in there, y'all think you both do. I've been up and down in there.
well,
And you know, this wasn't just flood water in this house.
Sewage.
This was crap.
yeah,
This sewage
you
water.
can see how it's molding.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, what a smell.
Oh, this is good now compared to what it was. Sunday when I opened the door for the first time, it almost knocked me over.
This is terrible.
It was so hot in here that smoke alarms was going off. That's how bad it was, because it was closed up.
Oh, really?
But
Where do you live?
I live in Maplewood.
Maplewood?
Cable TV show. So
Yeah, we're on in Maplewood.
this is another bedroom here, back here. You can see what it did to the floors and stuff. This was this was their bedroom, the master bedroom, and everything's a total loss. I mean.
Are you expecting maybe some help from the federal government?
Yeah, she's applied with FEMA. She's hoping to get a grant.
We haven't heard nothing.
We don't know. We're really waiting on the inspectors now. It's kind of a long, dried out thing with the inspectors.
You think the federal government might be able to give you some money to start over again?
Yeah, she's hoping to. They kind of told her that she might be able to get some help.
Well, I mean, the federal government wastes billions and billions of dollars on crap, on baloney. And this is one time when they could spend some money and do some good. Man, if I was in charge of the federal government, I'd give you the money right now. This is terrible. This is your whole life, just down the drain.
Well, they was married 56 years, so this is 56 years of stuff that they'd accumulated. And it's gone. You know, you can't bring it back. I mean, like I said, we tried to get out as much as we possibly could, but here's the bathroom. And this is the way I left it. As you can tell, that's sewage. And
It's very bad.
You know, the media is like they're here, and they come and they take pictures of the flood, but a lot of times after the flood goes away...
Somebody fell. Steve?
you all right?
Somebody fell.
He hurt his back.
Oh, God.
Who fell?
My grandson that just come in.
Her son.
Oh my God. Well, the media is
Can you get up?
here when the flood is
banister
going on, but a lot of times they just forget about it after the flood goes away, and it's important now. It's more important now to show what's going on than during the flood.
Yeah, and if you don't get what you got out, people come in and take it.
What's that?
I said if you don't get your stuff out, people will come in and take it.
Well, they couldn't take much here.
No, but like our fans, some of them were 12 weeks before the flood, my son put up one of them.
Oh, you mean like a ceiling fan?
Yeah.
Did you know the flood was coming? Did you know you were going to be flooded?
They, warned us, but myself, I really didn't think it would come upstairs.
How are you? You okay?
His back's skin up pretty good.
Oh, I'm sorry. How did you trip on mud?
You would have fell, Mike, and good thing you didn't go down there.
It's very slippery. It's very, very slippery on the stairs. I mean,
Well,
like,
listen, I wish I could do something, and all we can do is to show other people what you're going through, and maybe if enough people are concerned, maybe we can all help, but I don't know, it's so overwhelming. Where do you start?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah, when you have the money, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? I mean, where do you start? What's the first thing you do? Who knows? Where do you live? I mean, this is terrible. I'm
Right
real
now,
sorry.
she's living with me. I've been putting her up. She's been out of her house right at it since July the 11th. That was the day she moved out. And the flood came the next Sunday. That was 1 week after we moved her out. And so it's, she's been out of her home that long. Since July 17th, I guess it was. And so, we couldn't even get into the house. Couldn't even check on the house for over a week because of the propane tanks and things, and, with shell and everything that went on down here. So, it's terrible. I mean, we're just one of the many. And,
Yeah, but I think you're one of the worst, though.
That's what I said. If anybody's house is
We
worth
got a-
of mine still standing, I'd like to see it.
we got an inspector coming tomorrow, building inspector, and he'll tell us if it's condemned or not.
Well, listen, try to get as much money as you can from the federal government.
So we're going to try.
But how do you get it?
I don't know. I moved to North St. Louis. I'll see you.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Sorry.
I'm really sorry.
Mrs. Lowe?
Yeah.
How you doing? Peter Parisi, Worldwide Magazine. How you doing? How you doing?
Okay.
We were just in the neighborhood taking flood pictures, and we're very grateful that your house hasn't been flooded.
Yeah, I'm grateful too.
But we understand that this lady over here, your neighbor, said that you have a lot of wonderful, interesting things in your house.
Oh, yeah.
Can we see some of them?
Yeah.
Okay, good. We're going to go. Vince, stay outside. This takes up a lot of room. Now, we're 2 doors away.
I moved all my furniture out. I just moved back in.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Now, look at this. This poor lady here had to move all the furniture out, but fortunately, her house is okay.
Yeah.
We're 2 doors away from that terrible, devastated house.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show you what that house might look like before the flood. This is beautiful. You German?
Huh?
You German?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell this is a German house. Beautiful. Oh, look at this. You got all these beautiful things here.
Oh my.
Everything in its place, huh?
Yeah.
Neat as a pin. And look at that floor. You can eat off the floor here. It's very
Yeah, I didn't even clean it yet. I hadn't had time yet.
And you moved all your furniture out?
Yeah, I moved it all out and I moved it in this weekend.
Well, it looks like you never moved. Oh, beautiful. Cute little house.
I still got some boxes set here, Mona.
Man, you sure keep a beautiful, clean house.
I like clean.
And I'll tell you, this is really, really something, because we were just next door to that poor lady's house. It was such a mess. And this house that was the worst house I ever saw. And this is like the nicest house I ever saw. Well, thank you very much. We don't want to bother you much. We know God bless you. I'm glad your house didn't get flooded. I'm glad it's so beautiful.
I just had a lot of it in the basement.
Oh, that's...
I got a lot of stuff down there too. Want to see?
What do you have? Oh yeah, downstairs. Your mic's gonna go down there.
Okay.
Yeah, don't fall down the stairs or anything.
Oh, okay.
Stinks down here though. I didn't clean up yet though.
Okay.
I still dried the wash, curtains, and all that. You got a lot of stuff down here.
Yeah, I sure do. Holy moly.
This rock, this was
Funny.
soaking wet, and you know.
Oh.
It's still damp though.
Wow.
Wow, it's like a little German beer garden down here.
Yeah.
Like a bund.
Oh, okay.
All the paint came off.
Oh.
I just buy a bucket of paint, paint it over, and gonna be okay.
Do it yourself?
Yeah.
Are you a widower?
Yeah.
How long have you been a widower?
11 years.
And how long were you married?
I was married 30 years.
30 years. You have any children?
Yeah, I got 7.
Where are they?
Huh?
Where are they?
All over the place.
They're in St. Louis?
Yeah. Only one boy, not really. I got one daughter, she's out in Peverly. And I got one daughter, she's in Fenton. I got a son, he lives in Florissant. Then I got a daughter, she just lives a block away from me.
Oh, well, who helped you move out?
My daughter, my kids.
Oh,
that's good.
How many grandchildren?
How many grandchildren?
Yeah.
16.
16? Oh, God, that's great.
4 great-grandkids.
What? 4 great-grandchildren, 16 grandchildren, and 7 children. This lady's been busy.
Yeah.
This is Guidry's Cajun restaurant, which was a very good place to eat, actually. Food was great there. I guess they're in pretty bad shape now. There's some of the remnants of the restaurant. I don't know if they're going to rebuild or not. But I will say food was very good. Anyway, this is Guidry's, and we'll let you know if they're going to open up again. Gone fishing, closed. How much water was in here?
Oh, we're not much water. There's the fish that was stuck in the door. You like that dead fish there?
Oh, I see him.
See, there was carpet and mud like this thick. There was mud like this thick on the carpet stuff. Look at the wall. That's how deep the water was.
What were you saying about the mud on the carpet?
It was like this deep.
Oh, really?
And there's where the water was.
Oh, my.
Look in it. See the floor broke up. Man must have looked see what it looks like. Want to see what a flood looks like? Check out my moldy dishes.
Where you live, huh?
Yeah.
Are you gonna move back in here?
I don't think that would be possible. See this stuff? Mold all up the walls. It came all this deep. I don't know if you'll be able to see in here because we don't have any electric.
Yeah.
But this moldy dishes, we couldn't keep any of it. I don't think you can see it.
I can see a little. Not much.
All up the walls, mold.
How long did you live here?
About 1.5 years.
Where'd you used to live before you lived here?
At my grandma's house
Oh.
in the county.
So this whole house is a loss, total
Yeah,
loss?
so you can't do nothing with this. Floors were all buckled up, and the front room you can see where it's buckled up. It's disgusting, man. It's not better than what it was.
Hey, ma'am, I gotta tell you something. This is very bad. We were just in another house right around the corner from here that was really much worse than this. It made this place look like a mansion. I mean, this is bad, and I certainly wouldn't want to live here, but it's,
A lot of places did get it, I mean, but before, because this was all carpet, and before we tore the carpet and stuff out, it was gross. Because there was human turds all over the floor.
Whoa!
It was gross.
Oh! People's lives laying out in the street. And I want to remind you, this wasn't just flood water. This was sewerage water. People going to the bathroom.
How you doing?
All right. made fun of a lot of people on this show. But surely not going to make fun of these people. Their whole life is out in the street.
I look bad enough on normal days.
How you doing? All right.